What's really happened with that is, I mean, here's the lowdown on that. There's a Russia behind it because they just want to destabilize the West, but America's always had a military pact with Guyana, and they have better infrastructure for distillation of the oil, petroleum.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
they
it
have better
works.
oil. That's why we built there. We were smart early.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a better infrastructure.
Whenever a third world country tries to like nationalize their oil or some shit, they go to they literally get fucked the next day. It's the most craziest thing.
I mean,
Well,
the root of it's really different. It's like the root of it is just kind of when you listen to politicians
needs to
making
throw a
promises. Listen to promises from politicians. That's kind of when you get into the woods, you know. I mean, you can say what you want about Trump, but one thing I will say, I've seen about presidents. And I loved Clinton. I thought Bill Clinton was a good president. It's
All the,
we
I don't know, man.
realize,
I don't think any American president was good in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
I don't know. I think one that was actually
yeah,
good.
that's all. It's okay. It's
it
fine to have
depends
that
on what
thought.
your standard is, I guess.
I mean, they're all about war and fucking
It's
up shit.
fine,
And,
but yeah, so is everybody else though. So you can't say that about just America because that's just a stupid statement. What I'm
wait,
saying is,
who else? Who else?
I would start talking about Germany, or you
No, I'm
Canada?
talking
What
about
do you mean,
recent
dude?
times right now.
want to talk about Britain? You want to talk about India, Britain? What are you talking about?
In
No, I'm
actuality, Canada always has troops with us, no matter where we go.
Correct,
There's
sir.
no fuck ton of
America
Canadians.
basically controls the whole world right now, bro.
So,
It's
so you
not
don't like
really
America?
what to do.
So you don't like
We're the
America?
good guys, dude. Didn't you know?
Canada fucked up too. We used to be neutral. Now we're just a bunch of pussies that follow.
You were never neutral. That's a bunch of bullshit. Stop telling yourself that.
When was Canada neutral?
Yeah,
Like, we
what time
wouldn't
was
go to
that?
war. Like we wouldn't send troops usually.
When
That
was
was the
this?
whole point of being Canada, man.
No, dude. Canada had
I don't
in
even
World War
think
II,
us.
Canada's troops killed like
Yeah.
a million fucking people.
Yeah.
And we
Canada's
were
army
smart
in
for
World War
not
II was
getting
like one
in
of the
what?
better armies in the
Yeah,
world.
like
You're
not
not the
getting
big
in
guys.
Vietnam, not getting in. Well, I don't think we were in Iraq, right?
Well, Vietnam
Man, we
was
were-
the
you
funnest
were,
war
you
of
were
all
there.
time.
Like
You're
Iraq was there.
I don't think we I don't know. There was some point where Canada became
100%.
America's butt buddy and just followed everything they did. I don't know what year that was, but
It's after we kicked your ass and France left you. That's why. It's France
But
left
that's
you.
only good if you're like your economy's really like invested in like the military,
I'll tell you
which
the exact
America
root.
is. Canada is not. Canada would not like prosper under that. Like, hey,
I'll tell you
spend
the
more.
exact point. I'll tell you when Canada became the butt buddy. It's because France hated Britain, and France actually backed us. And once we kicked their ass, we kicked your ass. France started backing you, and then they bailed on you, and you lost. That's exactly
No,
history.
Canada won. Remember, split. We fucking burned down the White House.
You didn't burn down the real White
We
House.
1v1 though. We clipped the shit out of America.
That never happened, by the way. That never
It
happened.
did. It did. It's actual thing, right? So not trolling.
That wasn't the White House. It never happened.
It did. Canada
Yes.
fucked up America, burned the White House.
It was in Pennsylvania. Jesus Christ. That never happened.
Yeah, you got shit on by Canadians, dude. Just like an infantry.
real quick. But I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
sorry, but you only have 20 million people, so that's kind of where you're at right now.
That was way. You're talking about way in the past. I'm talking about like in the last what? It
Canada
was.
has been in every war since World War One.
So the fact right now
No,
that
no.
you have,
Forget about World War II and One is different. That's like there was just, everybody had
You were
to
in
destroy the nation.
Afghanistan. You were in Persian Gulf. You were in Vietnam. You
So
were
let's
in
say
Korea.
let's talk about was it
all of
so was
that,
it how
all
about the
of that.
Desert Storm was Canada part of Desert Storm?
yes,
Yes.
In the
they were the first ones to go
Yeah,
in.
Persian Gulf. Yeah,
One of the first ones to go in.
and the Somali Civil War and Kosovo, all in the
Yeah.
90s.
And Kosovo.
And Bosnia, I think. I'm pretty sure they were in Bosnia too.
They're in Bosnia?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they're part of NATO.
split. You got fact checked, dude.
I personally don't know this. Let me see.
The problem is that you have 23 million people. You're about the size of Taiwan with all that landmass. That's what it is.
So it was basically after the Vietnam War we became the butt buddies. Is that what happened?
Basically, it
No,
means
you
that
guys have
your
been
country
butt buddies
doesn't matter.
since fucking 1850s.
It means you
Yeah.
don't matter. It means you don't have enough people to make a difference.
We weren't part of the Vietnam War though, no?
No, you were. Yeah, you were. And the Korean War.
No. Canada wasn't in Viet. Canada was in
Yeah.
Korea,
Oh,
but not
they were
Vietnam.
there. They were Viet. They were.
No, they weren't.
They were actually. It was they had covert troops going into Laos and Cambodia. They did. That's a fact. I can
It
prove it.
says did not officially participate. It contributed peacekeeping forces.
The
Yeah,
problem
puppet
is-
force appears peace
The
accords.
problem is Canada is they only have 23 million people, so they're not really consequential.
I'm talking about. Obviously, there was probably troops there, but officially state-sponsored troops there wasn't. So you
No,
can't
not
count it as a
officially, but
governmental war.
they were there 100%.
Oh, for sure.
So be talking Canada shit, because I'll blast
I
you.
mean, either way, it's not like we're sending like a real mass amount of troops. We probably
Well,
gonna send
it's not you.
like 20,000 or some shit max.
I mean, it's not that you could, because
Yeah.
you don't have enough people, because you're basically a nobody country, so it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about Canada. Nobody's scared of Canada. They're less scared of Canada than they are Taiwan. Except Taiwan's more well armed.
Does Canada have nuclear weapons?
I mean, they have ours.
Let me say, does Canada?
They're part of NORAD. They're part
I
of
don't think
NORAD.
Canada has nuclear weapons now.
No,
No.
it's part of a treaty. They're not allowed to host nuclear weapons. I mean, I can't say for a fact that they don't, but I don't think they do.
I think the U.S. Well, the U.S. was basically, if you get rid of nukes, we'll protect you forever.
Yeah, that was
That's
kind of
what
Same
they've
with
done with
Japan.
others.
We
Yeah.
did the same shit with Japan.
And I think Middle East too, right?
Same
Like,
thing
I
we
know
did with
there's like
Ukraine.
military base in Qatar too, right?
Saudi Arabia too.
Yeah.
Same thing we did with Ukraine, except Ukraine's no.
Oh, they did actually at one point. They gave it up. What?
Yeah, probably what 70s or early 80s maybe.
Ukraine, it was about 1988 or 87, 88 when that shit went down, when the Soviet Union was
To be honest,
collapsed.
like America kind of has to protect us because let's say someone attacks us, then it's like, oh, there's an enemy literally next door.
But you know that, well, the whole problem with the Cuban Missile Crisis was that we had missiles, Minuteman missiles in Turkey. And Russia didn't like that. So they took over Cuba and put missiles in there so we'd take our shit out of Turkey.
Meg, we just gotta kill Russians, yo. We gotta jump them.
No, Russians are good.
No.
Russians are good.
No,
What kind of
Neg,
American
Neg.
statement is that?
Yeah, Neg, holy fuck, you're a commie, Neg. That's
He's
fucked.
a fucking commie. I knew it. He's got a
MB,
red
Wow.
lightning
MB,
bolt
you
and
gotta
everything.
ban him
No.
off this Discord right now. He's a commie, dude. He's
Somebody
compromised.
call
Neg,
the red
You're wrong.
scare.
You guys are wrong. You guys are
Neg
college
likes
students.
Netanyahu too.
You guys are college students. It's all about communism. Get rid of communism.
No,
Neg, you're a
actually.
commie, dude. Legit.
It's the Chinese
I
now.
can't-
Give it the times, brother. Give it the times. It's Chinese.
Can't trust you now.
But
It's
on
kinda
some real
fucked up.
shit, Ukrainians are pretty fucked too, though. You know what I mean? They got
Like
some
what?
Nazis there.
Come on, it's all communism.
I think
The
they're
Russians
like,
do
yeah.
it.
I mean, I don't think it's like a majority of their population or something like concentrated to the point like it represents them. Like, look at Canada. I'm pretty sure you could pretty much
I
now
mean,
look at it,
come
the
on.
climate, where you can
This
say
is
there's
Canada.
pretty much like a decent
Yeah.
like white supremacists, right?
Think about it. We should nuke Canada right now.
They're shit on another level though. They had like literally like a bunch of what was it? I won't say legion, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like they had a whole.
Region? You mean?
I feel like that's
what's that-
more
what's that word?
Argentina because that's the whole thing
Yeah.
they make fun of Argentina for.
You mean like the French-born legion? Those are talking about? Or?
Yeah, they have a bunch of fucking troops that are straight up Nazis, like a whole.
What I'm
fucking-
saying, you mean talking about the Azov regiment?
Yeah, the
I mean,
Azov.
at
There
least
it
the
is.
good
Azov
thing is they're
regiment,
kind
there
of
it is.
changing.
Thank
Like they're like
God.
the most
You guys are
corrupt
going
country,
for it.
right? So at
You guys
least
are
they're
going
making
for it.
changes and stuff.
What I'm
Say it again?
saying, guys, what I'm proposing, guys, is we should nuke Canada right now.
What?
They've gone communist. We
I
should
never
nuke
thought
them.
I'd hear American patriot Negi suck up to the Russians.
We should
Yeah,
nuke- we should
Neg's
nuke
not
Canada.
Neg's not a real American, yo.
You gotta
No.
renew. No,
I
you
don't
guys
know.
are falling
He
for
You'd
it.
be
does,
a real American if you like, we've hated Russia since 1945, dude. How can you like them now?
No, they're cool now, brother. They're cool.
Neg, I have one question for you. When did what's it called? How long was the Israelis in Palestine back in the day? Were they
What do you
there for
mean?
like 3,000
How-
years?
What do you mean? How long was the Israelis in Palestine? That's a pretty broad.
How long did Israel exist? Let's look at that.